Why can a moment that lasts only a few seconds stay with us for years? I'm Zach Pousman, a consumer behavior researcher, and this is Outside Insights. I'm obsessed with those tiny little things that have an outsized positive impact, the moments that matter. In my last episode, I talked about psychology experiments on memory. Today, I want to talk about moments. Someone remembers your name, someone listens a little longer, someone notices you struggling and helps. The moment passes quickly, but the feeling can last for years. Dr. Kate Granger found this out in 2013. She was a doctor, but also a patient in a hospital bed for weeks with cancer. The story is she got a continual stream of caregivers coming by, and no one introduced themselves. She wound up starting a campaign, Hello, My Name Is, which she started on social media to have clinicians just introduce themselves, to be human for just a moment longer. It was adopted and signed eventually by 400,000 providers in the UK National Health System and eventually grew to 20 countries. I love it when innovations happen from the edges, from the patient's bedside. It took a real-world insight from those suffering the indignity of being a slab of meat, poked and assessed, measured but not human. Contrast the healthcare experience with hospitality, places where businesses know the power of branding differentiation, the power of moments. Ritz-Carlton approaches their training for all their staff in exactly this way. Everyone, the maid in the hallway, the gardeners, the pool staff, maintenance crews, they're trained to take a full pause when they see a guest, to treat them as real people and ask how things are going. And the Ritz also matches their commitment to ask with a commitment to handle whatever guests reply. Any team member at any level can spend up to $2,000 solving a guest's problem right then and there. They never need to ask for a manager. It's so powerful. But go back in time. In the 1970s, researchers conducted something called the still face experiment. A mother would spend a few minutes interacting normally with her baby, and then researchers asked her to suddenly stop responding. Within seconds, many babies began trying to reconnect. The change was immediate. I think this shows how hardwired humans are to connect and to be seen and noticed. What ripples will you leave if you take a second to treat someone as a full and whole person with a history and a future? How many of the best moments in your life happened because someone made you feel like you mattered? And how many of the worst moments happened because someone made you feel invisible or ignored? Follow me for more ways to decode human behavior.